No, we might not even be able to talk.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 22 of the Game Fanatics Show. I'm your host, Fanatical G.
Ryan Kayari.
Alright, now today we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about, of course, the latest video game news, but I was just at CES, and I'm sure Ryan has a lot of questions for me, and so do you guys. But yeah, we're going to talk about that, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, first of all, what have you been playing?
I have been playing God of War Ascensions, the multiplayer beta.
What?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Of course, the beta this week just came out for all PSN users. It is a fun game. You just get in there and you just like rip people from limb to limb, and it is awesome.
Who do you play as?
You play as Kratos, I guess. You're this character. You play as a character which looks like Kratos, and you customize them based on items you find, things you complete, stuff like that. So it's a really fun multiplayer game. I was not really expecting a really good multiplayer from a God of War game.
Yeah.
But it's like PlayStation All Stars with Kratos versus Kratos on like super maximum crack. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Dude.
What have you been playing, man?
I've been playing Earth Defense Force on the Vita. Dude, it's awesome. EDF. I also just picked up Ni no Kuni, that Wrath of the White Witch.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm just picked up like right before the recording.
That's cool. That game has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention your EDF comment just made me remember that I've been playing a lot of XCOM, and I forgot how complicated XCOM is. It's like, I was playing it with my girlfriend, and she was like, "Oh, so what are you doing?" And I found that I could not explain what I was doing because I'm just like,
you got a flank. It's chess against aliens. With
guns. But then how do you explain I was just shooting these aliens, but now I'm in my home base and I've got like all this stuff that I've got to do. Like
you're a good government organization.
I stumbled over a lot of words. It was pretty crazy.
All right, cool.
But yeah, we're going to talk about game news, so stick around. Sony's next console, the PS4, may be leaving behind a controller design that they've been using for the past 3 generations. CVG reports that a touchscreen and biometric sensors that monitor your heart rate and temperature will possibly be unveiled at this year's E3. But do not get your hopes up. Remember the PS3 boomerang controller concept? Yeah.
Video game pioneer Atari has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Atari's US division seeks to disband from its financially struggling French ownership group and continue its new direction in developing successful mobile games. Atari has leveraged some of its assets to develop several mobile titles such as Centipede Origins, Asteroids Gunner, and Pong World. They're currently working with a new version of Pong with mobile giant Zynga, whom they have partnered with last fall's Super Bunny Breakout. That is the saddest news ever. I mean, Atari, bankruptcy, and partnering with Zynga.
Earlier this week, PlayStation announced 2 The Last of Us special editions that will be available for Europe and North America. The UK and US both have 2 unique special editions, and you get everything from stickers to DLC and the steelbooks.
Namco Bandai has announced a North and Latin America release of Project X Zone, coming to the Nintendo 3DS this summer 2013. This strategy RPG combines characters from Sega, Capcom, and Namco Bandai. That sounds so awesome. So rumor has it this game's going to be released with subtitles and not a new voiceover cast, so it's going to stay true to the original.
Resident Evil Revelations is no longer a Nintendo 3DS exclusive. That's right, Resident Evil Revelations is heading to the PS3, Xbox 360, and the Wii U. Launching May 21st in North America and the 24th in Europe, Resident Evil Revelations features a new enemy, an extra difficulty mode, and improvements to the raid mode, which I heard is not very awesome. But you know what is awesome? The raid movie.
Do you think that Epic Games need a new Unreal Tournament? There are a lot of mixed opinions, so if you want to weigh in, head to thegamefanatics.com and look under in case you missed it. I say yes.
Now, there was a lot of video game news and really awesome trailers that came out this week that we could not talk about because we just did not have enough time. The really cool trailers included the StarCraft Heart of Swarm cinematic trailer, which is really awesome, the Gears of War Judgment, the Guts of Gears trailer, and the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Replacer trailer, as well as DLC news for Far Cry 3 and Primal Carnage. All that news is on thegamefanatics.com, and stick around because we have the awesome CES discussion. I was there, it was awesome. Snicky was there, it was even more awesome. We'll talk about that and a lot more. Stick around.
And welcome back, guys. Welcome back, Charles, dude. Been gone over at CES. How was it?
Man, it was pretty cool. There was a lot of really cool things to see, but CES was just, I feel like it was overkill. I mean, you had, you know, the gigantic Las Vegas Convention Center, then each of these hotels like the Venetian, Palazzo, they all had their own conventions. And it was just, it was crazy. It was days of like back-to-back walking everywhere. But it was fun. We saw a lot of cool stuff. Hung out with a lot of cool people, so it was cool.
So, dude, walking around the show floor, what are the stuff that kind of stood out?
First thing that stood out, the convention center is cramped to holy hell. It's crazy. But we saw a lot of really cool stuff. Nyko showed us their entire offering for the Wii U. You know, that's one thing they're focusing on this year. One of the most innovative things that I saw from specifically Nyko, their Wii U line, they had really cool Wii U, you know, battery packs and stuff like that. One of the ones that they had was a battery pack that went, you actually unscrew your the Wii U tablet, the pad, and you know, if you've ever unscrewed it, you would see that there's like a giant space of nothingness, you know, where next to the battery. And so funny enough, Nyko, they were telling us, they were like, well, we don't know why it's there, we just assume it's for us, so we made this battery pack that, you know, doubles the life of the tablet, and you know, you just switch out the battery. Now another option is for those who don't want to mess around with that, it's actually a clip-on that clips onto your tablet, and it actually has a stand of its own, and it fits in the dock and everything.
Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about like their gamepad will like die in the middle of the gaming session.
Remember our stream, you know, we had to like stop and recharge. But they also have, of course, if you remember the controller, the PlayPad Pro that we reviewed. So they have one of those for the Wii U. It's, of course, it's bigger. And one of our gripes about the Wii U's controller is how it's weird for somebody that's been playing an Xbox. You know, the buttons are all misconfigured, and the analog stick is like way up there. So they actually made it to be configured more like an Xbox controller.
That's cool.
So, you know, Nyko had really cool products for the Wii U, and I think that Nintendo fans are really gonna like it. That was one of the, you know, cool things. Other cool things, MSI had a new slider, tablet kind of net pad kind of thing.
So MSI, they're really, back then, like a couple years ago, they're really big on the netbook craze. So what are new offerings? I mean, now it's a tablet world now.
It is. And so I think what they're doing is that they're merging the netbook with the tablet, because the tablet, you know, it's a tablet, and the reason why it's called the slider is because the keyboard like slides out from behind it and like comes up, like, you know, it's really cool. Dude. They also had new monitors, and of course their new gaming laptops. Really cool, high-powered pieces of tech. You can check it out.
Talk about sliders making me want some burgers.
I know, right?
Dude, other than like, you know, the Nyko and the Wii U, any some PC gaming stuff?
Well, MSI, but SteelSeries, man. You know, they're known for, you know, their peripherals and their keyboard. They're actually working on a new line of keyboards. We posted about them a couple weeks ago. Amazing. I mean, they really focused on having a really functioning, feature-packed keyboard that works for everybody. I mean, it looks really cool.
What's so special about it? I mean, there's a lot of gaming keyboards out there. What's so special about the one they talked about?
You know, they had all these different features, and we actually got a video interview of them. Awesome. They're talking about how, you know, basically the stats and the things that you can spout out about a keyboard are pretty much BS. You don't really I mean, it all comes down to the way the keyboard works. I mean, and there are really cool things like the space bar. It has a gigantic space bar.
So you can jump.
Exactly. So he's like, you know, if you're typing with your keyboard, just imagine how less strain it is for you to actually like just tap the space bar with, you know, the edge of your thumb or something.
Yeah.
It also has, for me, one of my biggest gripes about gaming keyboards is that they focus too much on gaming. You don't have anything outside of gaming. Like a lot of these, you have to hit a special, you know, function key just to hit, you know, fast forward or play your music.
Yeah.
This one has, you know, completely integrated multimedia keys. You don't have to do any extra stuff. I mean, it's just a really cool keyboard. You can check out the site for more. It's so packed.
Is it a mechanical keyboard though?
It's actually not mechanical, which is strange. But he said, you know, if they did make it mechanical, the price will skyrocket because there's so many features in the keyboard that, you know, doing the mechanical cherry switches would just cost way too much.
But dude, I mean, as PC gamer, we'll wear out the keyboard like nobody.
Exactly,
right?
right?
How are they going to combat that?
It's rubberized and it has some SteelSeries like, you know, specific functions, which he didn't really talk about too much, but I saw it and I couldn't believe it's a really cool keyboard, really cool features, man. It's awesome.
Okay, gotta ask you because this is like my favorite thing in the world that I don't have,
snap.
dude. Oculus Rift. Did you try it on?
I did. It was awesome.
Everything.
I kind of lost myself for a minute because I looked to the left expecting to see, you know, my friend, and I saw the environment that I was in.
What were you in? What demo did you see? Were you like in space? Were you?
No, it was like some snowy mountain kind of thing. And I mean, the cool thing about it is that it's not too heavy. So you're in there, and it's almost like you're wearing like a little slightly heavy sunshades.
Okay, it's like ski goggles.
Kind of like that, and it's just the graphics are seamless. It is awesome.
So your full. It's like your full field of vision, huh?
Yeah.
So it's basically your whole thing. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. Another cool thing we checked out was the NVIDIA Shield. You only got a few minutes to play around with it, but it was cool. We also saw a lot of cool TVs. Sony had their 4K lineup.
So how is that? I mean, I thought the 4K jump from HD to 4K is not that big.
It's not that big. It's nothing to write home about.
It's not standard depth to HD.
Definitely not. But you do notice it. I mean, 4K is amazing. I mean, it hands down, it looks great. But it's not. You don't really need to rush out and go buy one right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it costs as much as a car. Right
exactly.
Now.
So there's really no point in doing that. I just think that, you know, it's cool to see the way that technology is evolving to where, you know, TVs look even more real. So, you know, in turn, games will look even more real. So it's I don't know, it's really cool. I really enjoyed being surrounded by all that tech. There was so many cool things to see.
Next, the Game Fanatics in 4K will be in your living room.
I know, right?
So, dude, what are your impressions about CES? This is your first CES or
No, third.
Third CES.
What
is your impression?
Man, this year's CES was just. A lot of people that I talked to felt that it was underwhelming. I mean, you had the CES last year, that was the year of the tablets. The year before that, the year of, you know, 3D. You know, you had the year of, you know, crazy freaking laptops. You had the year of 4G smartphones. And this year just had nothing. This year was supposed to be the year of 4K TVs. Sony was really the only company that had their 4K TVs. Yeah. Now again, remember last year with the 3D, Sony was, you know, hailing that by the end of the year everybody will be, you know, 3D everything.
Did you see any 3D in this year's CES?
There was some. This company called VEFXI, I don't really know how to say it, but they had this cool thing where it actually it's actually a plug that goes into your TV, so it splits. It's pretty much like a splitter between your cable or whatever game system and then your TV. So it pretty much turns any 2D content into 3D.
Oh, okay. I
was really skeptical, but it is kind of cool. I can't stand, you know, non-theater TV. I don't feel like you need it. I think that to have a really good 3D experience, you need a giant freaking screen to be where you're actually almost already immersed in it. You can't really get a 3D off of like a 45, 52-inch TV. So, I mean, it was cool. It did do what it claimed it did.
So you're just saying there's like really no theme in this CES?
Yeah, there's really no theme. But then there were a lot of standouts, like I said, like, you know, Project Shield, the Oculus.
Hey, you could say it's like the gaming theme.
I guess, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true.
Dude, that was great, man. Thanks for all your hard work, man. Great job covering on CES.
Man, you know what? You're welcome. I do a lot of stuff for you guys, and I'm glad to be appreciated. No, but really, there was a lot of other people that helped out. Katarina was awesome. She also was there covering CES with us. Hung out with a lot of really cool people, man. You guys were awesome. Max Level, shout outs to the Max Level crew. If you guys don't know about them, maxlevel.org. They're an awesome group of people. But yeah, CES was fun. I ran into a lot of interesting people like Snooki. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see pictures of Snooki. Everybody is like, I can't believe she was so short. She looks like a midget compared to you. I was like, 65% of the world's population looks like midgets compared to me.
He's tall. We're tall.
Yeah. But it was also cool. Got to hang out with Ludacris and 50 Cent. Just a lot of, these tech companies put a lot of money into it. I mean, Skull Candy had like a Wale concert, which, funny story. I don't know if I have time. Well, I'm going to make time. Okay, so here's what happened, right? So we're hanging out outside, outside of the Pure nightclub in Las Vegas. Yeah. And we have our Canon cameras, so we look really pro. And Skull Candy, some representative from Skull Candy walks up to us and they're like, oh, hey, dude, our photographer bailed, so can you guys come take pictures with us? Mind you, it's really hard to get into this thing. Like, we tried to get in, and for some reason, we couldn't get in. Mm-hmm. 2 of us got in, and 3 of us couldn't. So we were just like, if you guys don't get in, we're not going to go in with you. So we're standing outside. And then, so he walks up to us, and we're like, yeah, sure, fine, we'll go take the pictures. So we go in, and the guy, it's funny because the guy from Skull Candy is like, yeah, so Wale's supposed to be here, and the Dre, he's supposed to be here too.
The Dre.
I'm like, the Dr. Dre? Yeah, like the Dre. So he kept calling him the Dre all night. I'm like, all right, you apparently don't know these guys. But it was really cool. We got to hang out with Wale. Dr. Dre wasn't there, but we met him the next day. Sweet. So we got to take pictures with Wale, who's really cool. He's also kind of short. Performed a lot of stuff off his new CD, which is cool. I'm a huge Wale fan.
Dude,
so
man, baller.
It was awesome. Steel Series had a party at I think the Aria. Mm-hmm. I think that's where it was. But it was like, it was like a really scenic, like 150th floor hotel, 2-story hotel room with like a pool hanging off the balcony. It was really cool.
All right, fine. I'll say it. I'm jealous, dude.
You better be jealous.
I didn't get to go.
But yeah, CES was awesome. You can find out more articles, more videos and stuff on our YouTube channel, and of course on the GameFanatics.com. Alright, thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and join the brand new Game Fanatics community on Google+.
And for more on what we talked about today, be sure to visit our website, www.thegamefanatics.com.
We're starting to upload older episodes of the Game Fanatics Show on our YouTube channel. All 3 episodes of the Super Game Fanatics Show have already been added, so subscribe to us, youtube.com/thegamefanatics.tv, to watch them all in their complete, uncompressed HD glory.
And from all of us from the Game Fanatics, I'm Rai Chiari.
I'm Fanatical G.
And keep calm and game on.
My milkshake brings us the most.
That's going in the end.
Okay, so
if you're doing anything like that,
so I gotta hold my hand up. This, you can catch this, right?
Yeah. Try not to go over the TV.
Okay, so if I go like this, is that over the TV?
Yes.
So I need to keep it
like shoulder length.
Okay.
Way. Yeah.
All right.
$1 long. All right.
All right.
Stop it. Yeah. I want to see how that looks.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2.
All right. The Nyko battery.
So, dude, tell me some of the stuff that popped up, and then kind of what you saw. Something that popped up. 3, 2, 1. So, dude, tell me what stood out in your head when you were walking around the CES floor.
Okay, one thing that stood out. This convention is crapped. It's crap. It's
crap?
Crapped.
What?
Crapped. I was trying to say cramped. I was gonna say cramped, but then I remember that we can't really cuss. Stick around, guys. We have more for you. So yeah, just stick around.
No, I'm gonna take that part out.
And add us to your circles on Google+.
And for more, well, but we talked.